Hello everybody and welcome to JGod Gaming. In today's video I'm going to be breaking down some subscriber gameplay, and what that entails is me going through a video, watching them actually play, and giving you tips and tricks along the way on how you can actually improve. If you like your gameplay broken down, go ahead and make sure you put hashtag review down in the comment section below. Also, if you're one of my subscribers, go ahead and put your KD when you started watching my channel and then what your KD is now, so people can see that you're actually improving from the tips I'm giving and I'm not just making things up. So this is actually kill confirmed on Arden Forest. The actual subscriber is using the STG-44 and he's using the extended mags, rapid fire, and high caliber, which is a perfect setup in my opinion for the STG-44, as well as armored and blitzkrieg, using the different streaks so you get the overpowered streaks along the way. As far as the gameplay goes, you can see in the beginning of the match he's having connectivity issues. So part of that has to do from being on a Wi-Fi connection. So if you're on a Wi-Fi connection, it's very hard to stay consistent at the game unless you're just an overall beast, or you time your lobbies appropriately. Because if you have inconsistent connection, other people are using Netflix in the house or watching YouTube or playing the game themselves, you're going to have inconsistent lobbies. And that's why in one match you're going to feel like every bullet registers, and in the next match it's very inconsistent. People are running right through your bullets. You're getting ghost bullets where they don't hit, or you're getting super bulleted where you get hit once and it feels like you only get hit by one hit marker, and then all of a sudden you're insta dead, you get insta melted. So if you can hardwire at all possible, you want to hardwire. You can see he's playing kind of slow, staying towards mid map. He's using the gun effectively at these ranges. This is kind of where you want to keep this gun. Perfect gun for this actual map. He kind of rotate, because you got to look at where your teammates are. Everyone is over by this house, so you don't have map control. This guy's on the head glitch right there. You do want to avoid that at all costs, because unless you're laser accurate, they have pretty much double health on those head glitches with the turret. So you don't want to engage someone on that unless you already know you got a sniper and it's one shot. Running right out of spawn. Where you're spawning now tells you that the enemies are in your spawn and controlling the map from that side. So where you spawn matters, and a lot of times I notice when people spawn, they don't even pay attention to where they're actually spawning, but it tells you a lot about where people are on the map without actually having a recon playing up. It looks like the team is getting stomped on, even though they're only losing by 5. They've gotten destroyed, pushed through spawn. It's just his enemy team isn't being really aggressive with picking up tags. But you can see he's cleaning up these kills, doing pretty good, actually navigating the map pretty well when he's in the right positions. All his teammates are behind him. It looks like they should be coming from right in front of him or over by the house side, because it looks like they're over by B. I wouldn't want to push this guy way back, and maybe unless he heard some gunfire that way. For the most part, that side's clear. He's got to come through this side, expecting there's going to be people by the house. You can see his teammates are spawning there, so they're all spawning probably on the right. The enemy team is all spawning right in front of him or to the right. As you can see, they're getting killed out of there. So he's positioned himself the right way. He could maybe go around for a flank. He's sitting in mid for a good amount of time, and he knows that there's a guy coming right here because of recon. But he should have probably rotated around and maybe peeked this right side and pulled up where the B flag normally is in domination, and then kind of taken that side of the map. Because right now you can see they're getting demolished in the mid map. His team doesn't have a good sense of map control, and he's not able to gain that map control on his own. So it makes it a little bit of a struggle. He's kind of coming around the corner, engaging. It looks like someone grabbed the tag, so he's just got to be smart with that. And then he's kind of lost at where the person is. So some of the engagements is just putting yourself in a bad position and knowing where you need to be on the map. Typically I don't run up mid, just there's too many angles, and then right there when he's standing on top of the thing, it's really a bad angle altogether, and then he gets destroyed by a glide bomb. So nothing you can do there except for run mountain, but in the end you don't really need to run mountain to stay away from that. So I already talked about spawns and map awareness, so let's talk about centering. Let's just talk about pre-aiming and centering. It looks like he's centering pretty well right now. He throws a solid nade. The guy's coming up. He should already had his gun drawn, expecting that the people are going to come over that right side up the stairs, because he saw about 2 or 3 of them. He should have already been pre-aimed at the stairs waiting for the people to come, and maybe drift over to the left where there is a head glitch right there. So if you pay close attention right now, the spawn's flipped again. So that gives you an indication. It looks like a lot of the enemies are by the house, and they're actually coming through the spawn, about to flip them again. So there should be enemies behind him based off where the tags are showing up. His teammate just spawned in front of him, so that's telling me they're over by the cabin side or by the bridge where he just came through. And then you can see a name popping up or red on the mini map for this bunker. So it looks like maybe 1 or 2 guys are at the bunker, and pretty much all of them are on the other side of the map where he just came from. Just because they flipped the spawns again, and it's either his teammates or the enemy team. They're really aggressive into the spawn, which is causing the spawns to flip. And that goes back to not having map control. There is a bouncy Betty right there. Ooh, he barely missed it. Luckily he has armor. He survived that, but it was pretty apparent as you ran by. A lot of times if you're just watching, paying attention where you're at, green sticks out pretty good, and you get kind of used to, you know, using bouncy Betties and where people place them. So nothing crazy there. He's still looking into spawn, so he's doing a good thing there. He's pre-aimed. He's coming around, and the guy's coming back to spawn to go ahead and kind of check him. He knows there's 2 guys here. He re-engages real quick. He wasn't at full health, so maybe I should have waited a quick second there, but he cleans up a nice little triple kill. And is able to get a nice little feed there. It looks like the spawns flipped again because maybe the teammates flipped or whatever. There's more vacancy on the other side. But somebody did call in a supply drop or a care package on his team, so they're going to probably lose that out. The enemy team ended up stealing that care package, and they got paratroopers, so they end up getting burned by their own streak. It looks like he has his streaks going on here. Perfect time to call this in, get some map awareness, kind of find out where people are at, get a kill on maybe some of these paratroopers. Got the triple kill, and then it was perfect. They didn't kill a single paratrooper, so they're still going to be around the map. But at the end of the day, he called in the perfect glide bomb right there. He's got to play this a little smart. He wants his 3 kills so he can get his own paratroopers. But it looks like he's in the engagements, and there's no map control again. Look at where all his teammates are. Everyone's literally died and in spawn. So that doesn't help. When you're on these streaks, it's pretty bad. His teammates starting to leave the match, so it gets incredibly imbalanced. I mean, he's doing the right things he can, going on streaks, and playing the map as best he can. You can see the spawns flipped again. So that's something that kind of sucks when you get in a 6v4 or 3v6 or whatever the number of players is. You gotta account for that. It looks like his bullets are registering pretty good, so even with that Wi-Fi connection, and in the beginning you can see his teammate kind of skipping along the screen, he's still able to get that consistent connection to connect the bullets. So Wi-Fi isn't horrible by any means, but it's not the best. Obviously you want to get that wired connection, even if you have to buy a 30-foot wire to connect it, the Wi-Fi connect it straight to your router. That's what I would recommend doing, just for a more stable connection. Not the perfect by any means, because even when you're on a LAN Ethernet cable, you're still going to have some connectivity issues just because your internet can fluctuate, but for the most part you're going to have more consistent lobbies. So right here he's in mid. It looks like it's just guys coming around this side. There should be a guy in the bunker kind of helping out, and he just gets overwhelmed, and the lobby's already flipped and shifted. I'm going to skip to the next match just because I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long or nothing crazy. If you do enjoy the gameplay breakdown or like to have yours broken down, remember to hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe, turn notifications on, and comment down below that you want it broken down. Let's get into the second gameplay. So for this match, he's actually on Aachen, which is one of my favorite maps, and I love using rifles and LMGs on this map. Even though you can use SMGs, it's very specific on who you're playing against. He's choosing to go the duck soup. Perfect class setup in my opinion, again with the advanced rifling, extended mags, and then rapid fire. I'm not a fan of the duck soup. I prefer the Thrive or the Snake variants, just because I like the iron sights, even though it has the little loop. For whatever reason, I feel like I'm more accurate with it. It's all placebo, I guess. So it's really a matter of preference. So he went with this variant. Hopefully he's able to land his shots. We're coming through. He's going to pick up tags, and it looks like, you know, he's able to get up into the spawn. So for whatever reason, he's able to push through here. Gets shotgunned immediately. So at this point, when he's going against shotgunners, you got to be really wary of that, because basically the SMG will probably lose to a shotgunner 9 times out of 10, unless the shotgunner is just bad and misses their shots on a regular basis. So this might be a time where you change your strategy, increase the ranges, because at these close ranges, you're going to get demolished most of the time, just because you have to fire 4 shots to kill. All of them have to hit, and then they don't have to hit you once. So you put yourself at an extreme disadvantage, especially on this map with these long sight lines. You might as well take advantage of those. And then right here, he's doing a great job pushing the spawn, really aggressive, but he doesn't have enough teammate support. So the map control is going to be really lopsided. He's going to get deep in there. They're going to flip the spawns. He missed a couple shots there, but he was able to clean up. There was a guy there. Maybe he could have went to cover. So sometimes if you're not full health, you can go ahead and get to the cover. He should have strafed back into cover immediately instead of trying to embrace that gunfight, because he was out of position, wide in the open. The other guy was in the wide open, but it was basically, he's down health. He's on 1 shot. You got to be wary of that. it looks like he's doing pretty good. He's hitting his shots with this SMG, which is pretty nice. His teammate's up right now with his team. Overall, he's pushing again through the spawn. He does have some backup there. He's able to clean up. He sees a couple guys here, and he gets one bulleted again. Maybe he should have backed up again. He saw a teammate was right there, but that teammate wasn't doing much in way of supporting him. He's calling this fighter plane, but he's blind. You got to make sure you call in a recon plane before you call in a fighter plane. So maybe should have waited to get the next streak up, call the recon, and then use his fighter plane so he can actually clean up kills. Because right there, it's a blind one. Even on this map, it's bad. The fighter pilot is horrible on this map. He gets one shot with the shotgun again. Dude just turns around and insta destroys him. And that's one of the downsides with going against shotguns. He should have probably went up the stairs map position. It's a little bit harder to get one shot from on top of the stairs, get a better vantage point instead of just rushing up mid, since he knows there is a shotgun. He's died a couple times by the shotgun. The other time is just from re-engaging too quickly. You have to be patient. And that's one of the hardest things for players to do, is to actually realize that, you know what, I'm at a huge disadvantage. Let me make sure that at least I get a 50-50 back in my favor. Ideally, you always want to have the advantage, either with some kind of cover, head glitching, flanking where they don't know you're shooting them in the back, or something where you have full health and they're low health. So right there you can see he went stairs, so he adjusted his play style, which is nice. He actually went stairs instead of just pushing straight up mid. He does have some backup. It looks like there's a couple teammates pushing spawn, so pretty much they're all by this trolley and in the corner area. So it's pretty nice. They got pretty good control of the map. His teammate just died on the left, so he's got to be a little bit wary if someone's going to flank around. And this guy just got better positioning, landed his shots, and it worked out pretty good for the enemy team or enemy opponent right there. So you can see he's kind of maneuvering the map. He's kind of pre-aiming, so he comes around here. He's pre-aiming. He knows that the shotgun is right there. At this point, he should back up. He's not really in a good position. He doesn't know really where it came from. He doesn't know if someone's really close or far. Should have probably gone back, gone up the stairs, reevaluate, full health. And then you can see right here, he does clean up this guy. So it worked out really well. All his teammates just got annihilated. You see all the tags on his teammates by the stair area just got completely demolished. All their tags are just sitting there. And the enemy team has full reign of the map, trying to push forward, and he's doing a great job. I mean, he's doing pretty much as good as he can. He has a really bad team where they're not actually contributing. It feels like, based off the playstyle I'm watching here, it looks like he's doing really well, especially compared to the last map. I mean, even with an SMG, he's killing it, getting up in the spawn, protecting himself the right way. He's trusting his teammate, and he gets shotgunned again. So again, you know, I mean, he's doing the right thing, getting these engagements, melting people. But the shotgun has killed him 3 times, and he hasn't really adjusted strategy. And it's hard to with an SMG, because you need to be in that short to medium range. Shotgun's gonna kill you in that medium range, so maybe you gotta try and force those medium engagements, or switch to an LMG or a rifle, especially when you know you're dealing with those type of guys that are running around with the shotgun. He almost got melted again there. He got lucky. He was just right outside of the shot range, or the guy missed half the shots. One strategy you can do too in this specific scenario is maybe drop the paratroopers. You didn't get the paratroopers last match, and you probably don't get them on a regular basis, because it looks like you end your streaks right around 8. So I would either drop it for something smaller, or just go ahead and put on a recon and counter recon if you're actually looking to make sure you have that full map awareness, because a lot of the times there's not a recon in the air. You're playing solo, so your teammates aren't contributing. You're matchmaked in a way that you're not getting any kind of map awareness other than your own. So if you really want the map awareness and just to go on longer streaks, so for these specific types of matches, if you're just looking to go on longer streaks, as far as having the map awareness with just gun skill, maybe going for a V2 rocket, I'd probably drop the other streaks, just drop down to a recon and counter recon, and then just cycle through those either with ordnance or keep blitzkrieg just because they last a little bit longer. So after reviewing all this footage, basically I've come down to a couple different things that I think are important for this player to work on. One is still map awareness, because it looks like you got a good idea where people are coming from, but positional map awareness is not the greatest. You can see right there, he's standing right in the middle. Choosing the right weapon for the right map is huge. I would probably almost never run an SMG, even though you can. You really have to play a certain style. You have to play to the gun strengths, not to the map strengths, I guess you can say. And the gun strengths basically says you need that short to medium range. So a lot of times you're pushing some of these longer engagements that aren't necessary. And on the other map, you know, you're playing pretty smart. For the most part, it's just you end up getting outnumbered, bad teammates, whatever the case is. You need that map awareness. So maybe switch that around. Accuracy looks pretty good for the most part. Connectivity didn't seem like a huge issue. And that's pretty much it. If you guys like these 2 video uploads as far as 2 maps, let me know. If you'd rather me just do 1, let me know down in the comment section below. If you did enjoy the video anyway, remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, turn notifications on, follow me on Twitter. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.